All right, perfect. What's going on, y'all? It's Kaymon Farmer here again with another episode. We got Coach Black with us once again. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, man. God is good. And yourself?
Man, I'm doing well. A little in overdrive, but we hanging on, still executing. So, that's what it's about. That's what we asked for. So you got to keep going.
Yes, sir. Strive for greatness.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So we're gonna jump right into it. Give me 1 second. I know we wanted to continue the conversation about being an underdog and overcoming adversity. And so let's talk about like what made you an underdog in your life.
Okay, so my high school I went to was Grace King, one of the people would say one of the worst basketball schools in the area. Um, and I always, since I was a youngin, I always wanted to just beat the best. I never wanted to play with the best. So being at Grace King, it just made my hunger. Um, more. My coach felt like we was underdogs. We felt like we was underdogs. So we just always wanted to play like the number one team, the number one ranked team in the state. And we always just felt like we can beat them. But me personally, how it started for me, my personal journey, man, I just got tired of losing. So I used to just dig deep and find ways to come up with a victory, no matter how ugly it was.
And I love how you say you got tired of losing because I mean that is a state that some people do get comfortable in. So what made you so uncomfortable in that losing state to where you was like, I gotta do something about this?
Man, just truth be told, man, I just wanted to get my respect. I just wanted when I walked in the gym, people knew, who Dyron Anderson is. I just wanted to get that across to everyone I ran into, and I just started grinding, man. I just started grinding overnight, and I would always love to work out by myself. And I will work out in the most uncomfortable places. I will work out in the gym, no air condition. I will work out where I have to walk to the gym. And I took any little thing somebody said in a negative way about my game on me, I just took it so personal, man, to the point to where it's like, okay, I'm gonna just show them. I'm gonna show them better than I could tell them. And I just, me taking things personal on the basketball court just made me the underdog I am today.
And like why haven't you given up? I know things have been tough, but why haven't you given up?
Because I still see things at the end of the road. I still see that tunnel. Like no matter what I go through, no matter how hard things get, I swear, man, I just see a tunnel. I'm like, man, that tunnel is right there. You just got to keep pushing, and and I keep pushing, the lighter just get brighter. I just keep looking and just keep going. I don't, it's just something different. um One of my professors shared this with me. It was like, she was like, Dyron, I just have never met a young man that have the grit and the determination you have. And man, that just came from fighting for everything I ever wanted, man. Just fighting for what I want.
And you're from Kenner City, that's correct?
Yes, sir. Kansas City, 5 to 10 miles from New Orleans. Yes, sir.
5 to 10 miles. So what are some things that you got from being from Kenner City, or what did Kenner City give you?
Couldn't be soft, man. If you was soft, you got messed over. If you went to the gym, you had to be prepared to play basketball and fight, or to fight and not play basketball. So that just it made me the person I am today. And my Kenner City will always be in my heart. I take Kenner wherever I go. Like I said, I am the second player from my high school, Grace King, once again to make it on a pro level. So that just Kenner is just everything, 5 on 4 all day.
I actually just met somebody from New Orleans. It was another area code he gave me too. It was 9938 maybe. Is
I
that
never heard. I
possible?
heard of 985.
985. That's what it was.
Okay, yeah,
I know
nine eight five.
it was something with the nine, and he was like he was from New Orleans, and
Yeah, yeah,
it made me
yeah.
think of that. So let's talk about more of like your training and your coaching. Like, what do you give your players the most? What do you think they receive the most from coach?
Confidence. I want my players to survive in everything in the world. I want them to push through everything. And if you don't have confidence, then you like a log on the ground. You got to have some type of confidence. And once again, some people may take that confidence as cockiness. I don't believe any of my players is cocky. They just been, let down. They've been overlooked. So most of my players are a split version of me, man. I just want them to keep pushing in everything and anything they have to do in life, not just basketball. I just want them to succeed.
How do you like help them handle, being overly, I don't think you can have too much confidence, but how
Mhm.
sometimes like your confidence can come off as arrogance.
Right.
Like, how do you help them navigate those waters at the young age that they're at?
Well, I tell them, some of them like to talk a little bit. So I tell them, it's okay to talk if you back it up. So if you just talking and you not producing, it makes it hard for people to support or lend you a helping hand when you're down, because we all get down. And what they have to understand, it would be like, well, coach, you've done this, you've done that. And I would tell them it was a lot of suffering. There was a lot of tears. There's a lot of pain to do what I did. And I really want each and every one of my players to be better than me. I really want them to become the best version of themselves. But I always tell them less talking and more action. You just gotta do things. If you're gonna talk, you just gotta do things, and you better show up. And that's what I tell them. And sometimes, sometimes we do fall, sometimes we do fail, and I'm always there for them. So even if they score 2, 30, 42 points, I'm there. But I really love to be there when they fail. I love that when they run up to me crying or disappointed. Like, I truly love that, because that's me showing their parents and showing them that I'm really there for them. Anyone can be there when they're playing great. But I think my players really love when I'm there when they're down. When they look up and they see me in the stands after they took a loss, they're like, "Okay, coach, I'm so sorry." And you know what it is, man? Okay, you know what's so mind juggling for me? The first thing they'll tell me is, "Coach, I let you down." And that bring tears to my eyes, because none of my players ever let me down. But that truly mean that they do love me, and they do care about me, and they do want to make me happy. But I want all of them to know I'm happy regardless. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, that's special, man, to have that bond and to have that much respect from your players to where they can come up to you and be like, I let you down after their performance. You had nothing to do with the performance, but they let you down. So that speaks volumes into your training and your impact, I would say. And so I know you kept saying you want them to be better than you. And I mean, you reached the professional level. Like, is that where you want them to go, or is it more of like better than you in life? Like, could you expand on what that looks like?
In life, do I believe each and every one of them can play, high school varsity, college ball, pros? Yes, absolutely. That's me believing in all my players. But I have some really smart young people, man. Like, with their grade, and I text to check up on them about class and grades. Hey, coach, I'm doing fine, 4.0, all honors. And they don't know that, but I look up to them with that, and they knock it out like it's nothing. Yeah, coach just got done killing this test. So basketball is second. I always preach to them God, family, education. Basketball come last. And I truly mean that. Some of my players just show up at the gym and we just talk. We just talk about life. I care about them as people more than players. I want them to get the education they need. I want them to be successful. I want them respect is everything to me. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. Yes, sir. And I teach them that, and I get on my players if they're slipping with that. Respect takes you a long way. So basketball is last. Yes, it can get you through some things, but I truly believe God gets you through everything. God, family, education, basketball. Once again,
And to that point, whenever you are lecturing them, do you feel like sometimes the players listen to you more than they listen to their parents?
absolutely, man. And it's funny because it's funny, man, because their parents could say the same exact thing I'm saying. It now, I put more cool words with it. Hey, you got to do this or this, that, that. They're like, yeah, Kosi, you cool. I'm like, but I get on to them because their parents. What my players have to understand is their parents gonna always be there. Their parents don't mean any harm. You get what I'm saying? Yes, they support me, but their parents came first. I mean, yes, they listen to me, but their parents came. Their parents come first. The parents always been there. So it's funny because my parents would try to get something through to them, and my parents would text and call me and be like, "Hey, coach, can you talk to them?" So, Kay, that really means, that means a lot to me because you can't really trust um everyone with your child. You can't trust every coach, every trainer, just with your child. They gotta really bet on me and they gotta really trust me and know me for who I am to know that I'm putting great things in their kids' heads. And I'm very thankful and grateful for that because I feel like that's a gift. I feel like I truly have a gift, man.
Yeah, that is. For example, what's an example of like something a parent may have texted you that they was trying to get across to their kid, but they, utilize you as the resource to reach the kid and to embed whatever it is that they was trying to embed into that kid.
Yeah, I'm always pouting. Coach, coach, I think you need to talk to them about pouting. Now, coach, this is the great one right here. Coach, I'm dropping him off, but he was very disrespectful to me. Oh, really? I love that, man. I love that because, especially with my young men, I don't have too much out of my young ladies. My young men, they're young men and they're trying to find their way. So yes, I am hard on them. I'm very hard on them. I don't do the cursing and the yelling. I'm just very straightforward with them, and I think they I know they love me because of that. And the parents see how I relate the message in a different way, a cooler way, and I mean I love it, man. I swear. Once again, I just feel like I have a true gift in what I say and what I do, and I lead by the actions. I lead by actions. They see how I do things, So I'm not perfect, but for the most point, I lead by my actions.
It sounds like you have a full circle development program where basketball is just the attraction, and then to come in and you develop them as a whole. So that sounds like very great value, especially here in the area. As we talked about before, there's not too many trainers that develop the skill set that you're developing on the court, but also off the court. So
Yeah.
that's where I see value when I hear like what you got going and see what you got going and see the vision that you want to take it. But let's talk about off season. I know a lot of players of yours may be in off season now. What does that consist of?
Oh man, we got the weight room. We got meal plan. We got certain shots that we're going to be taking, certain actions that we're going to do that pertain to the game. We also got film. I'm adding a few things, man. We also be playing 5-on-5 this summer on the off season, and it's my players not allowed to come in the gym and call any fouls. And I'm gonna have my young ladies in the gym as well, playing against grown men. That's where we're going, man. I believe we could take dog pound to a better level. I also believe, you got to keep growing. When you become comfortable, that's where you fail. When you become uncomfortable, that's when you go to the great levels. So yeah, we're looking at some things we'll be taking care of to, get the dog pound players to the next level. I was at games this year and I love some things I saw, but some things I really didn't like. And I feel like it starts with me. I feel like it starts with me, and I feel like I gotta hold my players much more accountable, which I will, and I gotta hold myself much more accountable. So it starts with me. So this off season probably where it will be the biggest dog pound academy off season.
So how do you like personalize that to like each of the players that come through the academy?
Okay, so I have a different plan for you. So that's what else that makes me so different, man. Every one of my players have different plans. I write it down, send a text message. I check up on them. First, we all do 100 to 200 push-ups per night. That's it. If you miss, we add 100 to that. If you tell me the truth why you miss, I may be lenient on you, but this is what I learned going forward. Even though you miss and you told me the truth, that doesn't mean you don't get punished for it. So I'm learning more to I'm learning to get better with holding them accountable. Cause truth be told, man, I don't like when any of my players is upset and mad at me. That's why I feel like I got to get better. Like if you mad at me, okay, I'll talk to you later, But yeah, I break down all of my plans, my different plans with my players. Like my college players may have a different plan from my high school. My high school players may have a different plan from middle school, but everybody's getting in great work.
And the parents they get those plans, and so they know what the athlete should be doing. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And I'm gonna
Okay.
make that more known in the off season this time. I'm gonna be much more on my players to getting it done. If you have a party to go to, we still got this workout, you know. So something I feel like I slacked on is once again leniency. Coach, I'm not feeling I'm tired today. That like and then when we get in the game, it don't work out so well because we missed certain workouts or we didn't do what we needed to do. And truth be told, man, that's a big part on me too. I gotta look at me first, man. I can't blame, my players. I put them in that position, man.
Hmm. All of that. And what about like when it comes to like watching basketball? Are you like pushing them to watch it, or you expect them to already have that hunger and that routine of just watching it on their own?
Truth be told, man, I'd rather them play. I'd rather them watch their favorite players or watch a little film, but I'd rather them play. I got better just playing each and every day, but I'd rather them play people that they know they can't beat. Like go out there and play one-on-one and lose 10-0. I mean, that's how I'm old school with it, man. It's no special pill, no special portion. I feel like they should play 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5. And something I'm learning to push through with them is, if you lose, I'm not saying it's okay. But okay, man, listen, man, if me and you won every single game, we would really be in the NBA and the NFL right now. So I'm learning to a loss is not a loss. I'm learning to explain that to them. A loss is a lesson. And you got to keep striving. Now it's hard. Yes, man. If you get out there and you playing a game and you lose by 25 and 30, you know what's so hard? It's hard getting up the next day saying, hey, I'm about to go work out with Coach Black. Oh, hey, we got workouts because it's hard, man. It is. And we don't talk enough about that, man. And I think I'm bringing back that old school real talk. Hey, man, I know you just got hit on your head for 30 points. I know that, right? We know that. But we have to move forward. But okay, that's me too, man. If I lose, man, I'm not a sore loser at all. I just hate losing. And I gotta find a way to beat you. So that rubs off on my players. We learn to take our lessons, then we just keep moving forward.
So it sounds like you have like this maximum drive about you. How did that come about? And like, how can you instill that into your athletes? Or if somebody's watching this and they may not be in the academy and they want to instill that drive, how do they do so?
Man, you gotta just think about things that let you down. You gotta think about people that let you down. You got to think about people who told you not to do it. So with me, I can't lie to you, man. I had a plenty of people that told me not to do it, and that just pushed me. You get what I'm saying? It just really. If somebody said, Coach, if somebody said this, bro, hey, Coach Black, you're out of shape, man. I'll take off running right now. I'll take off running right now, man. I'll be like, hey, I'm about to get off this live right quick. I'll take off running right now. So I, man, it's a God given gift, man. Nobody have to tell me to get up and do something, man. I'm gonna always push. I push through major injuries that some people didn't know about. Sometimes I'm injured, I keep going. So with my players, they see that, man. I work out with my players. If they're running a 17, I run a 17 with them. I work out with them. So I think that what makes me different as well. I do exactly what I say I'm gonna do. And whatever they do, I follow it. Or whatever I do, they follow me. So I think it's a give and take. It's not just me just listening to my own self. I have my players, and my players give me feedback about myself. Hey coach, you great, coach. Coach, I know for sure you can play in the NBA, right? Like they motivate me.
What is a 17?
17 is one sideline to sideline 17 times. 55 seconds.
Dang.
Yeah.
And then and what part of like the training do y'all run that? Is it like something
Oh,
that's already scheduled, something that's punishment, or what?
so this is what makes me different too. After you make five, anybody can stand right there and make five shots, right? Just standing right there, right? when you doing that and you get done, you just fine, right? But if you take off running to 17 and come back and take those same 5 shots, you're gassed and you're tired, which is what equals to the fourth quarter. So you dead tired. All of my players, I love when they're dead tired. That's when you really see the fight and the determination. And just being honest, man, mostly 75% of my players have thrown up on their first session. Yeah. And guess what, okay? They will throw up and they will get right back in. So that tells us something, right? That tells us that they know I believe in them because anybody else would have quit, man. I'm throwing no, man. Dead serious. And I tell them the truth before we get started. Hey, this is the first 2 to 4 sessions is gonna be the hardest sessions. After that, you'll be fine. And I mean it, after that fourth session, man, they're it's just a routine, man. And I tell them if you stop, that's my thing. If you give up, man, then you gotta start all over again. And I tell that to them in the most humbling way. And they have seen me pass out. They have seen me get tired. They have seen me close to throwing up. So if they see their coach out there doing it, then why can't they do it? You got to lead by example.
That sounds like the ultimate leading by example if you out there doing all the workouts with them. So,
Yeah.
do you ever get like the testimonials from like the athletes that you can use like going forward in your marketing?
Yes, sir. Most of my athletes' parents send me the reviews. I am labeled as a 5-star trainer, 10 out
Okay.
of 10, 5 out of 5. And my parents and my athletes really, really speaks me up, man. I have a great following, man. Um I have a great system in Dog Pound Academy. Like parents really, parents and my players really love me, and I thank God for that, man. I have reoccurring players, and this year, man, I've had 5, 6 new players sign up already in the offseason.
Are they like in the Tyler area or what area, part of East Texas are they from?
I got a player from Martins Mills now. I have a player, but 2 players from Emory. So I walked in Emory last week, and I just felt a difference in there, man. So I'm just promoting myself and getting around to towns and cities that I never went to, man. So I'm making me uncomfortable, man. I'm driving now. I'm driving an hour, driving 2 hours to check players out and check out trainings, and I do believe I really have some hungry players this offseason.
Hmm. Sound like you out there scouting and just putting yourself out there and building in front of the community is what I like to say. Like whenever you build in front of the community, it's like they're seeing you, they seeing your work, they seeing the outcome, and then it's like now they wanna get involved. Most people. And so I think continue to build in front of the community, especially in an area like East Texas, like they gotta trust you. Like we gotta trust you in order to like really do anything with you. So I think that's the right approach.
Yeah, and that's what I learned. Your reputation is everything. Your actions is everything. Use your words wisely. But I'm a walking billboard of my business. So everywhere I go, at Dog Pound Academy, I have that. So I have to act accordingly, man, and I hold myself accountable. Nothing foolish. Go to the games, check out the game, show your face, be respectful, talk to people, show that you truly care. And that's it. The sky's the limit.
A walking billboard. I love that.
Yeah.
So, what are some things that the athlete should be doing now to get ready for college?
You talk about high school seniors getting ready to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, high school,
Uh,
junior, seniors, upperclassmen, like what, and they're wanting to go to college. What should they be doing?
I'll be honest. I would say run. I would say stay conditioned. I would say get shots in each and every day. It's no time, especially for the unsigned seniors. It's no time to chill, man. You got to go and get it. Yeah, if you need to, if you're injured or anything, take a couple of weeks off. But I tell each and every one of my players, you got to get right back at it. And I explain that to my parents because this is the boring time. To be honest, you're done with the season. School is about to be out in a couple of months. Summer is coming, so truth be told, nobody just want to be in the gym 24/7. But I guarantee you, man, this is where you get better at right here. You gotta remember. Um, you have to remember if you didn't make the playoffs or if you felt like you could have played better. You got to remember it's hard going to games. Well, for me, it was hard going to games in college when we lost in conference and just sitting there and just watching, because you feel like you should be out there. Where if you truly feel like that, then you need to do what you got to do. So next year come around, you're out there. So for me, if I lost by 40 or 50, big game, I'm dead serious, man. I would really keep that score on my wall. Okay, I lost. Boom. I gotta just know what to do for next year. But you gotta grind. You gotta grind. You gotta do some things that nobody else is doing. You know, 4:30 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. You have to grind. And if you do that, then you will see your goals being accomplished. But if you continue doing what you've been doing, that's a problem, man. That's a recipe for disaster.
That's a really great point because I think I seen a quote the other day. It was saying like, "Don't let no's or being denied make you fold. Use it as that fuel, and then if you continue to work towards whatever it is that you're working towards, then the right doors will open. If you refuse to quit. So that's a really great point and really great uh advice, and I would say leading them down the right path as far as what to be doing. And like if you didn't make the playoffs, you're not in the playoffs right now, like you should be in off season right now. Like your off season started right afterwards.
And my players, they they actually call and they text me and they reach out to me like, Coach, what could I have done better? And then I ask them this. I'm like, you want the truth or you want me to sugarcoat it? Nah, Coach, I know you're gonna tell me the truth regardless. Well, I felt like if you would have did this better or that better, then make it's nothing 100%, But I always tell them if you do this and you do that, you give yourself a better chance at surviving, a better chance at doing what you need to do. Because playing on the college level is no joke, man. Why not start waking up right now at 5 a.m.? Because that's what's about to happen in college. You know, um, College is different, man. That's a different dog, man. You get told some things that'll just make you think about life. And they just waiting for you to fold, especially if you're a walk on. Me and you know that, man. As us, we were walk ons, man. It's a different type of game. Now if you averaging 40, 45 points and you the top recruit, then you might be fine. But you the last man on the roster trying to get on the roster and you're late for practice or you too small. You're not lifting weights or you throwing up. Like they look at that. And I'm just very honest with them, man. I want all my kids to survive and go on to succeed, But that college is a different dog, man. High school, you playing in front of family and friends. College, man, you playing hours away. You tired. You got to hit the weights when your back and your knee hurt. See, they don't know nothing about that, man. So I pray, I pray for them. I pray that God continue to give me the wisdom so I could give to my players, man. I receive plenty of college phone calls from my players, and I'm there, man. I'm always there for them.
They hit them weights whenever your knees and back hurt. That is true though.
Man,
So let's talk about what type of players need the Dog Pound Academy.
yeah, players that's looking for that confidence, that grit, and looking to make a name for themselves. If you've been counted out, come see me. I truly love training all players that's been counted out. That's my thing, man. Now I'm attracting more of the upper level division 1, some pros, with my training. But I really love just people who've been counted out and really ready to push. And man, just bet on yourself. Always betting on yourself. If you're willing to bet on yourself and give yourself a chance, come see me. If you have excuses and you don't know, then Dog Pound Academy is not the best for you. Because we work out regardless, man. We work out when it's raining. We'll work out when it's snow. we working out regardless, man. And it's an old school warehouse, man. And I love it, man. Rocky Balboa style. We in here. Is no way out of this. Once we enter this warehouse, there's no way out of this. So, you know, and I'm grateful that my parents let me push their kids beyond their limits, man. My parents don't bother me, man. They drop them off. Hey, coach, kill them. So yeah.
That's always helpful when you do have the parents on your side because it's already hard enough getting a kid to believe in themselves and achieve and achieve and achieve. And then if you got that friction from the parents, thinking they can do your job better and they probably don't have any expertise in the industry or the professionalism or the experience that you have. And that's just a whole nother battle itself. So that's a great thing that you do have the parents on your side.
Well, I give my parents room to give advice. See, that's what makes me different too. Yes, I am that I have I am the expert. I am the professional. But hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Well, coach, I think this. Okay, well, I think this. So we could put our heads in together and just figure it out. So you gotta understand, my once again, my parents, take very great, care of me. So it's my job to listen, man. I can't just taking money, okay, drop off your kids, that's it. No, I really want to know how my parents feel, and if they feel like I'm not doing something I should be doing, I let them say what they have to say in the most respectful way, man, and that's what keep me going. I don't know it all, man. If I come out here like I know, if I came out there, oh yeah, I know this, that, nah, man, I know plenty of things, but I'm still trying to learn, and I got to keep my business going, growing and going.
So who's some of your favorite players?
Um, of the players I train,
Yeah, let's start there. Who's some of your
uh,
favorite players that you train
man.
that we probably don't even know that's out there? Them hidden gems.
Uh, um, Maddie Herder from ETBU, Marley Keat, the Quiet Assassin. Um, KK, KK,
Where's Marlon from?
Marley. She from
Marley.
ETBU.
Oh, okay, okay. So
Yeah,
two ETBU. So maybe
yeah,
we need to check out ETBU. Then you got
yeah, man.
KK.
Got
So
KK.
two more.
BJ
Two more.
Davis. What you said? I'm sorry.
Now I was saying two more.
Yeah. Man, come on, man. I picked all girls. My boys gonna kill me.
We could do top five girls, top five boys.
Uh, I got I got Judson. Oh, that him, man, he's just like me, man. I got Justin, he's an eighth grade at Bullard. So shout out to my eighth grade Bullard boys. I gotta just give it to him, man. Shout out to my eighth grade Bullard boys. I got Russ Dixon, that's a ninth grader. Um, man, I can't lie to you, K man. BJ Davis, that's my baby brother who played for Southern Arkansas. I Man, I can't lie, man. I just love them all. I can't lie to you, K man. I can't. I'm dead serious, man. I just love them all, man. I do. I do, man. I do, man.
And so, your favorite players in high school, you have any other favorite players in college other than the cousin that plays at Southern Art?
Um, TJ Woods, he played for Texas College. Yeah. Uh, I don't know, man. I stick with my guns, man. I stick with the guys who've been with me, man. Not off that. Nah, man.
Okay, okay. What about professionals? Who's
Oh
your
man, my
favorite
favorite
players?
my favorite player, man, all time. Not all time, but yeah, all time. My favorite player is Pat Bell, man.
Okay,
Pat Bell,
I can see that.
yeah, that's my dude, man. I actually reached out to him on Instagram. We actually chat, yeah. Anthony Edwards, yeah, man, he different. Um, I don't know, man. That's James Harden, yeah. But
Who's in your all-time three?
oh man, out of everybody, all top three,
All-time three.
man, I gotta go Kobe. Man, I gotta go Kobe. I gotta go Braun. Come on, Black, one more. Man, you gonna laugh when I say this, man. I love KG, man.
Okay.
Kevin Garnett, yeah, man. I gotta say Kobe Braun and Kevin Garnett. Yeah.
I can see that mindset, that KG mindset for sure.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. He throw it off, man. I love it, man. Yeah, I love it, man. But back to what we said about my players, man. I just all of them my favorites, man. I can't lie to you. All of them. All of them. So yeah.
I can see it. I would say my top three all time. I gotta go AI.
Uh,
Just the way he changed the game, the culture, and then pound for pound, being able to achieve what he achieved. If he would have had one more superstar on that 76ers team, they would have beat the Lakers that year and he would have got that championship.
for sure.
Um, my second, I gotta go LeBron. Just seeing him from the very like his very jump of high school to where he is now, like that's probably one of the most incredible journeys an athlete can ever have. And I
Absolutely, man.
history of mankind. Then third, I gotta go Jordan. Gotta go Jordan. His relevant still, way he changed the game and his mentality. I hate to leave Kobe out. Kobe never taken away from his greatness, but I was just more attracted to the Jordan success.
Yeah,
Because they got similar games, but I was attracted to Jordan more. So
absolutely, man. That's a great picks, man.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that was
Also,
my
myself up there with the pros, man. I didn't say nothing about myself. I'm real different, man. I'm
we
I'm
gotta
like that.
we gotta put the highlights out, man, to show them.
Yeah, man, I'm like that, man. I still get hey man, you know one thing, man, I don't really get challenged like that anymore. Like people really let me chill. Now I walk in the gym and stuff like so that's what I always wanted and I finally got it, man. Like if somebody be like, "Man, Coach Black, I could beat you." Coach Black and Coach Black not like that, man. I really get my respect now, man.
They probably
I think
feel that aura.
yeah, man, that's all I can't lie to you, kid. That's all I really wanted, man. I could walk in any gym now, man, and I'm fine, man. But I'm always ready. Don't just leave me alone. Just
When did you know you was like ready for the pros?
tryouts when had trials for the PBA trials. And I just became, I wasn't a scorer at first. When I first started playing basketball, I only got in the game because I was a defensive guy. I picked up 94 feet, dead serious. I was scared. Like when I got the ball, I used to be scared to do something with it, man. Dead serious, man. And then I was like, Dyron, you got to get something in your head to where your defense goes over to your offense. And I'm telling you, man, I just, like I said, in the PBA, man, my coach really put the ball in my hands and let me do my thing. Um, yeah, man, and then it grew from that, man. I became a professional scorer, man, like dead serious, man. Like if we just went and played last week, man. We going to 12, man. I had all 12. Yeah, man. So I really have like a switch I could hit. Like I didn't think I had that switch, but I really got a switch to like, okay, boom, it's time to go. And I worked so hard for that, man. Nobody gave me that, man. I really worked hard to like, okay, nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you. And when you tell it to yourself, okay, it becomes reality. You have to tell it to yourself, man. It was times I didn't know what I was saying. I was saying something though that kept me going, man. So I think with my offensive game. Defense is just all about how not nobody, but how people just didn't believe I could do what I do. Offense is just like offense come with confidence. Defense come with you have to be mad to play defense. That's how I am. I gotta be mad to play defense. Which once I get on the court, I'm mad. Offense, man, it just nothing but confidence, man. Can you make the shot? Can you not make the shot? If you think you can't make the shot, don't take the shot. So, and I don't believe in being overconfident, man. I don't believe in that, man. Nah, man.
Yeah, you gotta have that confidence. So, was there ever a time where you was like just sat on the bench and you knew that you were ready to get in the game, or you felt like you should have been in the game? How did you handle that? Because I think that's very important these days because like it's so quick success that people want, and then that waiting period, it's like they can't handle that, especially if they've been, celebrated their whole lives, or they have people in their ears saying, you better than him, better than her, you should be out there. How are you helping these kids today handle that waiting period?
Well, I go through my college experience. Like in high school, I didn't play. I didn't make the grades. I didn't make the grades. I didn't play in high school. In college, at the age of 24, 25, man, every team I played for, I started off on a bench. Every single team, and I just told myself, I told myself some vocal things, man. I'm just like, once I get off this bench, or once the coach give me a chance, I can't just. I'm fighting for my life. I got to find a way to stay positive, and I got to find a way to get off this bench. And I can't lie to you, man. Even in the pros, man. Um, well, with the PBA, I started, in Armenia, I started. But back to what we were saying back in college, man, because it's different, man. Because it could easily turn into a hate game. All right, man, that dude not as good as me. Da, da. You can't do that. You can't do that. It's obvious the coach sees something in him that you didn't show, you know. So what you gotta do is just prove everybody wrong once again, you know. So when I sat there, I, man, sitting on the bench was probably the hardest thing I ever endured in my life, man, because you lose confidence. You get to thinking about the wrong things. You know, you get to saying, "Oh, if I'm in a game, then this will happen." So we're really like we was talking about before with my players, right? I talked my way into the game. You know, dead serious. I would be like, as soon as I get in this game, I'm about to hit a three, and it would happen. So, okay, you got to understand, if I hit a three and I get two steals, that gives me more minutes in the game. That's what I tell my players. All you have to do, if you're sitting on the bench, all you have to do is do something great and keep doing it. You know, if you feel like your coach is going to take you out if you make a mistake, don't make a mistake at that time. So I do put the pressure on my kids, especially my kids that's not playing. If you take three shots, you at least have to hit two. I'm sorry, you don't get no misses. You already coming off the bench, you don't get no misses. If you're a starter have a longer leash, man. Off that bench, man, I'm telling you, man, they could put me in the NBA to teach some young some men how to get off the bench in the NBA. Hey, man, listen, when you get off this bench, right? I don't know what you go do to go get that ball from the sky. You better jump in the crowd, get a steal, shoot the ball, jump in the crowd again. You better do something, man. And I feel like I should start a class with that, man. I know exactly what to do to get someone in the game. I'm so serious. You gotta outwork, you gotta outwork somebody. Your mouth is not gonna get you anything. It's the action. And man, I really believe I got that down to a T. You know, most of my players that have I have most of my players that have started off on the bench, and now they're starters, man. Because I made them believe in the man. You gotta, like we said, you gotta be what's that word that we're looking for? You gotta be not overly confident, but you gotta be. Me and you spoke of this before.
Delusional.
The look like, Kay, that's real, man. That is real, man. That is real. You got to, okay, when I get off this bench, I could score 10 points in 10 minutes. I know I can do this. I can do it. So my first game off the bench, my sophomore year, that's what I had. I had 14 points in 14 minutes. And I didn't look back. My first game. Coaches, we was losing. Bellhaven versus Millsap. So we was losing, and coaches just like, Dyron, get in, show me what you could do. And I felt like none of my coaches believed in me, man. So I felt like I had to just prove it wrong. And it got to this point. We was running a certain defense, right? Okay, I was running my own defense. We was playing 2-3 defense, and I was in the front pressing 94 feet. And you know what my coach said? We need to pick up the energy like Dyron. Now, if I wouldn't have did that, then I would have been in trouble. You got to bet on yourself. I always tell my players this too. If your coach tell you to do something, but you have an open shot, open layup, you better make that layup or that shot. Because if you don't, you're considered as a hard head and you can't follow directions. Everything is cool as long as you put the ball in the hole. If your coach tell you not to take that shot and you miss that shot, man, just walk to the bench because you didn't follow instructions. So that's the underdog mentality. You just gotta. Coach told me not to take this three. I'm about to take this three. I'm about to make this three. Coach told me not to go for a steal. I'm about to get this steal. If I don't get this steal, if I don't get this three, walk my butt to the bench. It's on me. I'm serious, man. I wish you was my basketball teammate, man. I used to be sitting on the bench, like just talking to myself, like, as soon as I get in this game, I'm about to make something happen. I promise you, I'm gonna make something happen. I don't care. I'm gonna make something happen. So if I was in the game for 1 minute, I swear to you, man, I finished with at least 2 points. something. So when I go to talk to coach about playing time, look, hey, coach, I played for 1 minute and I had 2 points. Yeah.
That's real though. Is there anything that you regret in basketball?
I don't regret the steps I took. I regret me not growing up soon enough because I struggle with if I had a chance to play Division 1, Division 2. I never got that feeling of a full scholarship. Um, and I felt like I just was leading myself, so I really didn't know, man. But I felt like if I would have, I felt like I wasted some years, and I'd do anything to get those years back, like the years of youth, because I'm 35 years old now. And I feel like if I knew back then what I knew now, man, I just fight with that each and every day. Yes, I do have some regrets, man. I could have listened more. I could have took some of my coach's advice more. I just was, hard head, thought I knew it all, man. But at the age of 24, 25, that's when I gave myself a chance to go play. Everyone, not everyone, but a few of my friends and my family members was like, Dyron, give yourself a, chance, give yourself a chance. And it didn't come from my immediate family. My immediate family always believed, but when people telling me give myself a chance, man, it was people that I didn't think was even looking at me. I would go to a gym each and every day and I just used to play. And people just used to be like, Black, man, you got to give yourself a chance in college. So I do regret not listening and not being focused in my early 20s. But look at God. God make no mistakes, man. Look at me now, man. I think he waited to bless me with this what I have now because he was waiting for me to grow up and become much more mature.
Real talk. Bless you so much that make up the time you thought you missed out on.
Yeah.
So,
But that's what I struggle with, man. I struggle with um what if or ifs, and I'm learning to just let that go, man. I'm here now. I heard it's what almost 1 to 2% of people that play professional ball. And knowing my story, man, you usually play high school, but you don't play college. Usually people play high school, but they don't play college. I didn't play high school, and I played 4 years of college without a scholarship. Then I went to the pros. Then I averaged what I averaged in the pros. And all of that is the underdog mentality. All of that is just being a dog, man.
man,
So
skipped high school basketball.
yeah, man. So it's man. I know. So now if I'm doubted with something, man, I know automatically I'm gonna overcome it. I know it automatically. Whenever something hit me hard now, I just know. Come on, man. You Black, man. Come on, man. You the underdog of underdogs, man. You top dog. You know exactly what to do. So yeah.
Man, we appreciate you sharing that. And we think this is going to be very great, very impactful to your audience. And just show people that's here in East Texas, man, like you the go-to source when it comes to training. And like your academy is top notch, it's credible. You got the athletes coming through, top athletes in East Texas. So I just think, bro, just keep going, stay consistent with it, and just keep showing up for them, and it'll treat you well, you and your family.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for having me again.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yes,
We'll do it
sir.
again, man.